This is the 217 Recovery Podcast with Corey Winfield.
I'm kind of on the outs with Little People of America.
Oh.
So I tried getting on a dating site once, and they would not let me on there because I'm not a little person.
And co-host Marnie Winfield.
You're tapering yourself down from your hangover or whatever. Oh no, when that started rolling into a whole another entire day of drinking, it just didn't stop.
It is the 16th of April, 2022. My name is Corey Winfield, and joining me on the phone, special guest Jonah Frick. Jonah.
Hey, what's going on?
Not a lot, man. How are you doing?
Oh, I am just during the hectic weekend of Easter and finishing up some work, and now it's relax time. So I'm better now.
Well, I saw on Facebook, was it last week you had a special day?
Last week I had a special day. Last week I went to a hockey game. What else did happen last week? That's pretty bad. I can't even remember what happened last week.
Didn't you have like some kind of milestone in recovery?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yes, I had I got my 14-year coin and went and celebrated at my home group and got 14 years.
Well, now you're so focused on 15 that you didn't even remember.
Right, what do you remember? Like 14, what? That was so like last week, man. Working toward number 15 now.
Hell yeah. Well, congratulations on that. That's quite the feat, man.
Yeah.
You know, a lot of times when we go to meetings and stuff and we'll see like this, and no offense to 80-year-old people, but we'll see this 80-year-old guy in there and he's like, oh, I got 42 years recovery. We're like, Jesus, man, that's a lot. But you're going to have that. So you're going to be like 50 and you're going to be like, I have 40 years of recovery. Well, you probably won't talk like that either, but you know what I'm saying? Like you're going to be a younger guy when you bust out I got 20 years, man.
I know a girl that's like in her mid 40s, this lady, and she just picked up like 30 years, I swear. And I'm like, did you even how does that work? That's not even enough time to get started. I don't understand what's going on here.
And you kind of worry about questioning them because like, tell me your story. Then they bust out this.
Right. I don't want to bust out this logistical, like, hey, wait a minute, like based on your age to clean time ratio, something's not adding up here and I need you to explain yourself.
Pull it to the side.
No, you don't do that. You just go with it. You give them a hug and you just, yeah.
That would work out really bad.
Yeah.
If you pull them to the side and say, hey, look, I did the math on this and number crunching and it's just not possible.
So these numbers aren't crunching out right.
And she busts out, well, I was kidnapped when I was 8 and I was driven. Whoa. And then I was, Jesus, never here. Here's 2 coins. I'm sorry.
Right, yeah, you get 2 coins for that.
Yeah, I didn't mean to bring that up, but yeah. Sorry. But no, so that's cool, man. You got your 14 years. Things are going good. And you're still doing what you're doing down there in Battle Creek?
Still working at the point in Battle Creek. Mm-hmm. They got this new 24-hour urgent care over there.
Nice. People
can go there like 24 hours now in crisis. That's been going solid for about a year now. It kind of started off kind of chaotic, but I mean, it's still pretty chaotic. The things that there was a shooting there a couple months ago. I don't know if you heard about that in the news. That was crazy.
Dang, at the crisis center.
Yeah.
Wow.
The cop came out there and they kind of escalated the situation. It was a whole mess. I don't want to say too much about it because, but I know that there was an officer involved and a lady that was mentally, decompensating that probably could have used hospitalization. And I think the situation kind of got handled not the best. And a firearm ended up getting discharged.
It was like in the air.
That we all got to say. The firearm was discharged on the property. Everybody.
But was it more like in the air, like, hey, everybody down? Or was it like, hey, I'm going to, we won't get into the details.
It was like it was at a lady's head and she ducked and it barely missed her. And then the cop put two in her chest, but her shoulder blade, so she went, and then she drove off, and then she got picked up later. They took her to the hospital, and she was fine. But yeah, no, it wasn't one of those just like warning shots in the air. It was, it was pretty intense.
That's how I think I'd always start my gun battles. If I ever had one, I would just shoot it in the air. Be like, all right, it's for real. Maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I mean, at first I'd have to get a firearm. Anyway, I'm thinking way too far down the road and making up situations that probably won't happen. And I used to do that a lot when I was in active addiction. And I would worry about things that weren't even possible, weren't even going to happen.
Right.
A buddy of mine was doing that the other day. He was talking about this girl who he feels she wants to marry him. And I said, wow, you should be lucky. Because it's hard to do that sometimes.
Yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but I don't know. I've been divorced and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, but you can't treat her the same. You can't blame her for you in the past or your exes in the past, because first of all, you weren't clean then. So it really wasn't the true you. And this is a different person than a person you've married before, so it's not really fair to kind of judge him like that. But then he started spitting out all these scenarios. I'm like, dude, none of that's even happened yet. Like, why are you stressing over stuff that's not even happening right now? I was like, you live with her, right? And he's like, yeah, I love her.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, just go with the flow, man. Don't freak yourself out.
Yeah, if you're constantly worrying about worst case scenario, it's almost like a self-fulfilling prophecy. That's gonna. I mean, I know that from personal experience. It almost like comes true because it's like you just keep putting it out there. So I try to avoid that. Yeah,
it's easy to do once you stop and think about what you're really thinking about, and is this even going to happen? Yeah. And God, what would it take for that to even happen? And well, Jesus, why am I even thinking about it? And then you kind of break it down to yourself, like, oh, that's stupid. And if it happens, it happens, But there's no need worrying about it, and that would keep me drinking a lot, just worrying about the stuff that hasn't even happened yet. And making the worst case scenario in my mind. And maybe I did it without even really thinking about it, just to drink, just to have an excuse.
Right.
We were pretty sick people at one point. Sense. So, for me to say that I wasn't making it up, I don't know. Maybe I was. But are you still doing the comedy stuff, Jonah?
Yeah, we just had a comedy show on April Fool's at the river, and it went off really good.
And you're doing it is the river the place you do it at a lot? That's the church. Yeah,
we do it. That church tends to let us hold a lot of different NA comedy events. There are different events there. I think on May 20th, they're actually having a what do you call it? An 80s dance there. And so I'm getting me and my kid, I'm getting some like Adidas jumpsuits with the top hat, and the big gold chains. Oh yeah, for me and my kid. I'm gonna go there like Run DMC.
Nice. I'm gonna show up with what do they call those? Not a jumpsuit. Those flasher coats.
There you go.
Just gonna show up in a jacket.
Were those big in the 80s?
Oh, hell yeah!
Right.
Hell yeah! Flashers and streakers and yeah. I'll just show up.
Either that, or I might get a mullet wig, and go there, like get some tight jeans and a Guns N' Roses t-shirt, because it's supposed to be called the 80s dance Headbangers Ball. But I really doubt they're gonna play. I mean, if they start playing some hair metal, though, I'll be all about it. But I kind of got a feeling they won't. But maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong.
You show up as Bill Cosby?
Yeah.
Is it too soon for that? Like, can we ever remember him as the pudding pop guy? And
right,
or is he now like stuck with the whole slipping Mickey's?
They let him go. I don't know why. He got out somehow, didn't he?
I couldn't see. Yeah, he couldn't see or something. So they let him finish out his sentence at home. I mean, not that we're laughing, but we're just saying.
Right. Huh. I mean, his biological clock is ticking anyway, so
yeah,
and you gotta sit there and live with that guilt.
Yeah, I don't know about the case and the details of what happened. I didn't really follow it too well. I mean, what was convicted of seems pretty bad, but
yeah,
you know, I don't know. You know, can you come back and get some money for that 30 years later? Apparently.
I guess I can't be here to judge someone's innocence or guilt. I thought he admitted that it happened, though. We don't know all the details either.
Yeah, I mean, and how would that work if, like, say, Jonah, you hit it big and you're on the comedy tours and there's another woman or man, whoever, is on the tour with you and she's fond of you and she invites you out for, or he or she, they, whatever, invite you out for a steak and you're like, all right, cool. And they're like, hey, man, you want a Coca-Cola? And you're like, sure. Boom. The next thing you know, you're out. Because at the time, you didn't realize that you were allergic to Coca-Cola and it made you fall sleepies. I don't know, this is a really bad analogy.
Scary stuff, man. Yeah.
My analogies are scary.
Stuff to think about. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I guess what I was going with that is because I know you don't drink in your recovery, but like if somebody say does, what's the difference between slipping somebody a Mickey's or a Mickey or whatever they call it, and then hey, drink this, and then them passing out? There's really, in my opinion, no difference, and I'm pretty sure men go to jail for that all the time, and maybe women too. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Hopefully, if you intentionally get somebody drunk and take advantage of them, hopefully you kind of have some consequences to that. But, you know, if you're drinking too, they're drinking, you know, I don't know. It just, bottom line is you probably shouldn't just don't drink because.
Right. That's the overall, there's the overall lesson. Just don't drink. Yeah. You don't have to worry about it.
It takes me a while to get there, but eventually the lesson does come out, and that's just don't drink, because then you won't put yourself in those situations. And don't drink don't drink something that somebody's given something to you. Hey, drink this.
Right.
Nah.
If you don't know them and they pull up to you with a drink in their hand and you didn't see them order it from the bar and get it poured, I would probably avoid that.
But then again, you're probably not going to be at the bar.
Yeah, I mean, don't even be at the bar. Or, I mean, you could go to the bar and order a Diet Coke, though. You know, I mean, I've done that in recovery. I went to enjoy, like, certain comedy clubs and tours I went on weren't all sober events, and I've been to some comedy shows where they were drinking, and I'd order a Diet Coke from the bar, you know?
Yeah, we went and saw Jay Moore in Grand Rapids a few weeks ago, and I went to the bar, ordered a couple Diet Cokes, and then I was weird. And then I got weird. I was like, did he slip something in this? Did he put a little whiskey in this? No, he wouldn't have done that. I didn't pay for that. And then I started thinking, like, is this safe? You know, like, is this safe to drink? But it was. It was just Coke or whatever, Diet Coke. But yeah, it's fun to go to comedy shows. What's the last comedy show you went to that you weren't performing at?
Oh man, it was pre-COVID because, and it was like one of the open mics, amateur night open mics they had here in Kalamazoo at like Shakespeare's Pub. But I think they opened them back up again. But I haven't been to one since.
Have you ever seen like a comic though, like Chris Rock or?
Oh yeah, I've seen Eddie Griffin. I've seen Bill Burr. Love Bill Burr, man. I've seen. I always want to see Chappelle. I haven't seen Chappelle yet, but I saw Charlie Murphy, dude, at State Theater. That was Charlie Murphy.
Rest in peace. Was he funny?
He literally did the whole he told the whole Rick James story, like in detail. The whole Prince story, like the whole behind the pancakes, and it was, oh man, it was really good. And then I saw Tom Green at Shakespeare's Pub. Tom Green and like some ones that used to be famous. Well, Tom Green he's always going to be famous and popular in my opinion, but he kind of, fell off a little bit. And Pauly Shore, I saw him do a live stand-up act, 20 years after he was like doing like Encino Man and stuff, and he kind of changed his whole image. What other professional comedy shows have I been to?
Charlie Murphy seems like he'd be a good one to go see. Well, you can't see him now, but it would have been nice to see him because he would have been a good storyteller. Yes,
he was. He was a great storyteller, and he figured he did some research on Kalamazoo too, because he opened up with like a joke about Martin Luther King Park, which if anybody knows anything about Martin Luther King Park in Kalamazoo, that's like the park you want to avoid if you're like from out of town, or anyone in fact should just avoid that park. How did the joke go? It was something along the lines of just, like he went to go walk through it or drove by it or something, and it was like Night of the Living Dead, because he was talking about the crackheads that were walking through the park and how they were comparing them to walking like zombies and trying to get change from them or something, and it was just so dead on. And instead of like zombies will like scream brains, they were like change. Change. Yeah,
that's funny.
It was funny.
I love comedy. We're actually going to start, and I thought about you when I'm thinking about this movie that I'm making, is you're one of the guys that got penciled in my brain of somebody who would go along with us. But the whole gist of it is, we go on tour, a recovery comedy tour,
right?
And we go all across America in like an RV or something fun. And my buddy Ron, who lives in Detroit, he's a filmmaker. So I thought, we'll grab him up, have him film us, and we'll go and we'll just tear it up. We'll just have fun. And the behind the scenes footage, like all the stuff leading up to the event, that's the stuff that's going to be kind of in the movie, like making this tour. And then of course the movie will be made to kind of like Cat Williams, but not like Cat Williams, that one he had, American Hustle, but like real shit, real footage of us going up and having fun and breakfast the next day. 'Cause we're pretty fun people and funny people. And I know a lot of them in recovery, and I just think it'd be a hit. And then to show that in recovery centers, it's like, oh wow, like they're talking about recovery and they're having fun and they're not drinking, they're sober, they're accomplishing their dreams. Like you can check everything off the list, and a little hope and inspiration go a long way. So in order to do that, we're going, actually, Marnie, my wife, we're going tonight to a place here in Traverse City it's going to be moving. It's going to be shutting down. But we just kind of walked into it. Like God, made me go there the other day on accident. And it's like comedy club downstairs. I'm like, what? There's no comedy club downstairs. So we go down there and I meet the guy. His name's Brian. And he's like the owner of this place. It's Eugene's Record Co-op. That's the name of it. Like I never thought, comedy club, but they have like it set up to where you could do comedy shows down there, and it's really sweet. It's really nice. And they do audio, video. Like you could, if your band has an album and want to record an album, you could go there and do a whole album, So they have everything set up for it to be recorded. And I thought, man, that'd be great to go there. And we're going to go there tonight. Just check it out. They're doing a comedy show there tonight, and just kind of see like, all right, would this be something that would be good for us to do? And if so, we're going to book it and, invite some people up, and you're going to be one of them to put on a little show. And we're going to have, I think it's like 50 people we can invite, like to be part of the crowd. And I thought, man, that's a great opportunity as well. We could call up some people that we know in recovery, and, we could auction things off in the meantime, like, hey, how about you donate, or we can auction off this picture of Corey's whatever, not private part, but just throwing it out there, man, shirts or whatever, piece of art that you come up with, and then that could help us fund our movie endeavor.
Is this going to be like the Howard Stern Private Parts movie? Like a part biopic of you growing up? And
no. This is about our journey in recovery, man.
I know. That was my attempt at a bad joke. See, not all my jokes are zingers. That one was kind of.
Oh, tell me, there's laughter.
I just watched that movie recently. No, I just watched Howard Stern Private Parts, and you're a DJ, and so I just incorporated the. Never mind. Yeah.
You just want me to go back and do my RKR years. Man, who would I have?
It was a good nostalgic movie, though. Howard Stern was. He's an interesting guy.
Yeah, that was a great
interesting
movie,
career. It was a good movie.
I like Howard Stern. And that was the thing. Like when I was on the radio, I didn't want to be like Howard Stern. I didn't want people to think I was trying to be Howard Stern. So I didn't try to like take it overboard. I'd try to do my own things but
because it's too easy to try to emulate that style, to be edgy and like everybody was trying to do that at the same time, and it was kind of died out fast. And I don't know if you remember. Do you remember the radio? Did you ever listen to WGRD in Grand Rapids?
Yeah.
I don't know if they still. Yeah. Well, what's the DJ on there? Jackie Green. She used to like go to metal shows. She's like Miss America now.
Really?
Do you know who I'm talking about?
Nope.
No? Okay. Oh yeah, I just saw that though. I just saw that on Facebook. Like, wait, she used to DJ WGRD. She's from Grand Rapids, and now she's Miss America. Like, oh wow.
Well, now I'm gonna have to look it up.
Jackie Green.
Miss America. Oh, what? Well, I like Photoshop too.
Yeah.
Photoshop's very, very good to me.
Oh yeah.
Huh. So what do you have to do to be Miss America? Maybe I want to be Miss America.
I don't know. I don't know how she. Just sign up. You just go. I mean, and they can't turn you away because you can identify as whatever you want if you wanted to. I mean, technically, just go wiggle on and get up there.
Is Jackie Green transgender?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, sorry. This is a Jackie Green transgender beauty queen. It's Miss England. Okay. Just be careful what you Google, kids and parents. So yeah. Anyway, not sure how we. Oh yes, we're talking about radio and stuff. But no, the the movie though it would be just us going on tour, having fun, having a blast, and I think we put together a nice project and a nice product for people to want to enjoy. And I don't know if you're down, man. The invite is officially there for you.
Yeah, I will. If you want to interview me, if I want to, I'd be more than down. Do you have like a time, like a time frame of when you might be filming?
Tomorrow. Just kidding.
Oh shit! Well, you give me.
No, you sound flustered. You're like, I don't want to commit, but I want to do it. But what do I do?
Your camera's got filtered. Do they say the camera adds 10 pounds or subtracts 10 pounds? I forget which one it is.
I think it adds.
Oh crap! All right, well, I gotta. You got give me a time frame so I can hurry up and lose 10 pounds. That way I can just even out. That way I even out.
Don't body shame yourself.
Don't body shame myself.
Mm-mm. No, I saw this guy, and I think this is what my wife was talking about because I lost 50 pounds and she's just like, honey, don't lose any more. And I'm like, what? And the radio station I listen to every morning is called The Ticket, and they're out of Dallas. It's a great radio station. Their morning show is really good. But I think from noon to 3 is a show called, I don't even remember what they call their show. But anyway, the guy on there, his name's Dan, and his old pictures, I mean, he's not a good looking guy by any means, but then I saw like he's doing this weight thing and then they have a new picture of him up and I was like, oh my God, what's wrong with him? Like he got sick, got cancer or something, but no, he just lost some weight, but he looks sick, dude. Like he doesn't look like, I don't want to look like that.
No, I don't want to be sickly either. I don't want to look like I did, back when I was on dope either, because that's not a very healthy skinny. But I know, I've talked to a lot, especially women, when they say one of the number one triggers or things that they think would take them back out is they feel, is that body shame. They feel that they've gotten clean now and they start eating a lot more because that's kind of what, I don't know. It's just when they say in recovery, you put down the spoon, you pick up the fork, and I can definitely attest to that. But it's like, don't let that be a reason to go back out because that's not a cute skinny. That's you look like, honey, you look much better, thick and clean and whole, like whole, fully figured. That's good. That's healthy. Don't go turn into, the crypt keeper and thinking that you're, thinking that you're, don't do it.
Don't. And so I'm just like, I might get down to 200 or something, but that's fine. I'm good with being fatter. I don't care. Yeah. Because if I got too skinny, that's all new wardrobe I got to buy. At least I have the stuff now that fit me a couple years ago. I got a new wardrobe just by getting the same wardrobe back out. So it's a lot cheaper that way. And it makes you feel good to go, wow, I couldn't fit in those a year ago, but damn it, now I can, like that kind of thing. And it does take time. 10 pounds you could probably knock out pretty quick. Yeah. But, it's nice.
It's that hitting that plateau is like I can lose 10 to 15 pounds in less than, a few weeks. Easy. If I really tried. It's when you hit that plateau is when it gets, a lot of people give up then. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. I kind of say it's kind of like being in recovery. Well, I mean, it's very, very similar to being in recovery. When you first get sober, man, it feels good. Things are going great. And when you're on a diet or whatever you want to call it, eating healthy, if you change your lifestyle, eating healthy, man, the first 10, 15 come flying off and everything's great. It's going good. People are saying this good. And then you hit that plateau and it's like, wait, hold on. Things aren't going that good. And they still are going great, actually, but you just can't see it. And you're not seeing it on the scale, maybe because you're working out and you're gaining more muscle. So your actual weight is staying the same or going up. But you're still losing the fat, but you're just like, I'm not seeing it and I'm seeing it. And same thing, in early recovery, you hit that wall and you're just like, man, everybody's telling me I'm doing good, but I don't feel like it. I'm not doing anything. And I feel like a piece of shit and tired of going to meetings. You just like, it's the kind of the same thing, but if you can see some results, and that's why I tell people, pat yourself on the back. If you got, 3 months, 4 months, pat yourself on the back. When you notice that you're not doing the same things you used to, pat yourself on the back. It's the same as jumping on a scale and seeing results from the weight loss. It's like, okay, cool. I'm seeing results, because in 6 months, if you're on a diet and you haven't seen results, you're not going to stick with it. And it's kind of the same thing in recovery. And sometimes people think they're in their recovery because, well, I don't drink anymore. I don't use anymore. I'm in recovery. Right. Okay, technically, sure, but you're not living life in recovery, and that's the difference.
You didn't get clean, and then people say, well, I'm still, I'm bored or I'm miserable. Well, that's, you might be clean, but are you actually living in recovery? There is a difference. And some people don't understand that.
A lot of people don't. And
no, a lot of people don't. And it doesn't have to be that way. And then you will hit a plateau, just like you said, you'll hit a plateau with recovery. You'll know that pink cloud honeymoon stage of recovery where it's like, woohoo, everything. Oh my God, I'm clean. And, you want to sing and dance in the rain and tell everybody in the world, show everybody your key tags and run into the Secretary of State and say, hey, I finally got my driver's license back and I'm clean. And I'm 40 years old. People just look at you like, okay. Like I remember that when I was like 26, when I first got clean I was so happy about it. And then my sponsor's like, hey man, you might want to just, it's cool to be happy about your recovery, but he told me he's like, you might want to just tune it down a little bit. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, well, not everybody responds to it like we do here in the rooms in the meetings. Some people, some people will judge you for it, even, especially when you don't have a lot of clean time. When you're running around talking about, I got 30 days, they're still clutching their purses away from you. Like, you're not that far away from your last use there, buddy.
Yeah, but at the same time, you gotta, if that makes you feel good, man, do it. That's what I say. It does.
You gotta, yes. I don't want to discourage anyone from being, excited and exuberant about their recovery. But at the same time, like realistically, the world, the stigma of addiction and the world and stuff out there, it's still, we've come a long way, but we still have a long way to go. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah. Are you going to the UFAM rally on the 19th?
No, I didn't even know.
Oh, Jesus.
What is it?
Glad we're talking. It's the Unite to Face Addiction Michigan is what the UFAM stands for. It's a rally on the Capitol, the lawn of the Capitol building in Lansing. And it's Thursday.
Okay, on the 19th.
Thursday, May 19th, 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. We're actually going to be doing our podcast from there live that day.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'd have to try to see if I can, if it's not too soon to get off work. I'm using up a lot of my PTO, and less than 3 weeks, me and my kiddo are going to Disney World, man. I'm excited about that. That's what recovery will get you right there.
Hell yeah.
Full week in Disney World, hotel, tickets paid for, four single day tickets to each park.
Damn.
It's going to be a blast.
Yeah. Memories right there, man. Creating memories.
Yep. And he's 5 now. So I feel like 5, I've been waiting to take him for a while, but I wanted him to be able to be old enough to remember it. And I feel like if I remember back, I feel like I started really getting like solid memories when I was like 4 or 5, 4-ish, 5-ish. Yeah. I don't remember too much before 4.
Yeah. Just take a lot of pictures.
So I feel it.
Put them up in his
take
room.
a lot of pictures.
Let him know Daddy took them.
Yeah. I got my pictures when I went to Disney World when I was closer to his age. They're like in the 80s, and they're, Polaroid, the Polaroid ones that you had to like used to wave to get them the picture to clear out. And like, I try to explain, because I have some of those, I have like picture photo albums, and I try showing it to him, and he's like, "What is this?" Like, it's like an ancient relic. Why don't I? Like, this is, he's just used to a tablet, seeing a photo album on a tablet on a screen, and click, click, click. And like, no, we actually used to have physical copies of it.
You hold this one.
I like vintage stuff like that, man. I went and bought me an old record player. I don't know. I like, and you can be a DJ. I'm sure you can appreciate it. There's nothing you can't compare to the crisp sound of music on a vinyl, a pure vinyl record.
Mm-hmm. Than
like like digital, like any other analog. That analog is the best, I feel like. What do you say?
Yeah, I mean, you probably wouldn't want a Doja Cat or whatever her name is. Like, you wouldn't want anything like that on a vinyl. But like Foo Fighters or like bands that really play music, and especially from back in the day. Oh God, yeah.
Yeah, like I got the Beatles. I got Beatles Let It Be, but I got the new. They just came out with a 5 different record, and it's Tool, and it comes with a whole huge photo album thing, and it's like 3D, and it's got like all these holograms that come in it, like when you open it up. And it was, I'm not gonna tell you how much money it was. Them guys, they charge. I just went and saw them in concert in Grand Rapids. It was amazing.
Was he giving any props to his Michigan people?
Yeah, because he's from Grand Rapids. But Maynard talks shit to the audience, though. He's not like one of those like, woohoo, you guys are awesome. He's like, Grand Rapids, Michigan. Everybody cheers, and he's like, what the hell, man? Ohio was louder than you guys. He's like, you guys gonna let Ohio show you out like that? Because just poking the bear.
Dang, he was like, hey, Ohio, is that the girl that accused me of what? Because Maynard was accused of some bad stuff, but yeah. Well, I read up on that too, and it was hard for me, but I read about that girl, and she had, I did some more digging into it. She was sending an email out from and the domain email that it came from was like made up or something, and she sent another email from the same, she used a different email, but it was from the same server. They found out because they did like some tracking on it, and it was another, and it said the same exact thing about Trent Reznor. And she just changed the name of Maynard, saying that Trent Reznor did the same exact thing to her. Oh, excuse me. So that kind of like, I don't know, to me that sounded kind of bogus. Yeah. Because he grew up.
Well, I could be wrong.
He graduated from Lakeshore High School, Southwest Michigan. But he was.
Yeah, he went to the Academy of Arts or over there, or.
Yeah, he left there. Then I think he went to the Academy of Arts or something. But his music's great. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
But even growing up in that part of the woods, I didn't realize he was from there until like later. I had moved out of there and I was like, oh shit, really?
Yeah.
Damn, that'd have been nice to know.
Yeah, Kendall. It was the Kendall School of Arts. That's what it was.
Mm. But so anyway, back to the UFAM rally.
Yes. Back to that rally, because I am interested in going. I just, like I said, I got to get the time off work.
Or do you? Because here's the thing. You work for a place that's all about recovery and stuff and helping people.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what this is. This is a rally of thousands of people, and there's going to be hundreds of people that have because you can get booth space for $100. Like if your business is wanting to be there, you could just sell pancakes and show up, probably make a lot of money doing that. Actually, we should get a hot dog booth because we're going to have our own tent or do our own things. But like the other people are under the vendor booths or whatever they're not really vendors, but that's what they call them. But it's like $100 for that. And yeah, you could be there all day and get paid for working it.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'd have to finagle it. I could talk to we have we have our own community and marketing team department at Summit Point that handles stuff like getting us booths at different events in the community. And, they're the ones that design the flyers and the website. And
okay, so ask them.
I guess Summit Point's got their own podcast, or they participate in a podcast a lot with one. I forgot who it is, but so they would be the ones that I have to talk to.
Yeah, say hey.
So my job more entails I do group therapy or one-on-one therapy. So I'm trying to figure out how I could.
Yeah, you need to be there to represent because that's who the people want to see. They don't want to see the marketing guys when they show up there. They want to see the people that actually work there. And so if I were you, I would approach it like, hey, can I be a part of the team that goes to the UFAM rally? And they'll look at you like, what are you talking about? Like, oh, well, I'm sure we secured a spot there. It's only $100. Like, it's on the 19th of May. What do you mean you don't know about it? Everybody else is going to be there, and start naming all the other businesses and rehabs and treatment centers.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, wait, what? Oh, well, yeah, we should be at that. Wait, let me check and see. And then I would approach it that way.
Can you send me an email? Can you send me like a link or an email with more information on that? And then I will, I could forward it to them. I
can. Or you can check our website, Jonah.
Yeah. It's on your website?
Yeah, 217recovery.com. You go to events. But I can still send you all the stuff that you need.
Okay.
And I will. But that's for other people who are driving right now or maybe in the shower going, wait, what is this UFAM rally? Yeah. You can just go to our website and it'll take you to the event and it'll be fun.
Yeah. Okay. I'll check it out. I'll check it out on your website because then I can have more time to go through it and just look at how I can.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure they would be all about it. It's just the time. The time. Well, I mean, it's still over a month away. It should be enough time to organize it and figure it out.
Heck yeah. It's like, hey, Jonah said he's willing to go because a lot of people are probably like, I don't want to go to Lansing for that. But you and I, we'd be like, yeah, let me be there. I'd rather be there than in an office that day. And you're still getting paid for it. That's the way you should do it. Maybe.
Yeah. I'm all about like engagement in the community and staying are they trying to just like advocate to reduce the stigma on addiction, or are they going to be like voting on any bills? And is that why they're going? Is that another reason they're going, or I guess what's the actual cause of it?
It started kind of that way. It started to let the lawmakers and elected officials know that hey, we vote and we're still out here. Look at some of the stuff that we need and some of the things that are being ignored. And I'm sure that there's some stuff that they already have that they want to move forward with. I just want everybody on the same page. I mean, I'm like, can we stop doing stupid shit now and get rid of these PIHPs? Maybe just have one of them. There's no need to have 10 of them. And stop telling people because they're from this region, they can't go to that region. Just cut that bullshit right out. And this just help people, please. Thank you. Have a good day.
Like denying access. Yeah, all the barriers to access of resources, like the stuff with, with Southwest Michigan Behavioral Health, which is the ones that they're the PIHP for Southwest Michigan. I don't know who the PIHAP or funder is for Medicaid up in Traverse City, but I'm sure you guys they have one up there too.
Yeah.
But
an MRE. Up here, but
so many hoops. There's so many hoops to jump through, and it gets ridiculous, and people get discouraged, and people get. They get denied treatment for the silliest reasons.
Yeah.
Or they get denied treatment if their caseworker forgets to turn in one piece of paper and then they're left, and shoot, and I've been the caseworker that forgot to dot all his I's and cross all his T's. And then it's Friday at 5:00 and they're like, nope, sorry, you didn't, you forgot to get this signed or do this. And so they're not going to treatment. And it's like, oh shit.
Yeah. Like, some of that, it's just common sense stuff. And They act like it's their money. It's not their money. It's not the PHAP. That's not their money. It's our money. It's taxpayer money. And it's money that is already there to help people. And they can't even access it. And then they just sit back and go, well, we're not going to pay for transportation because we don't have the funding. Midstate is good for that. They're out of Lansing. They're over that region, a huge region. And they're like, no, we don't send people out of here, and we don't pay for this. We don't pay for that. I'm like, yeah, you do. It's in your contract. You have a contract with the state of Michigan. Do you guys want to read it? Or I can read it to you. And I've invited Midstate to be on the podcast. I would love for them to come by and just answer some questions. I don't think they would like to, but they're more than welcome to stop by our booth that day and sit down with me and maybe try to justify why they do what they do. But we'll see.
Another barrier they're putting in place that just went into effect. That's going to be a barrier for a lot of people, and is they're getting rid of like the telehealth. Like, I guess they're going to allow Zoom, but a lot of people don't have the technology to know how to use Zoom. A lot of people don't have Wi-Fi. They have, Obama phones, and they were able to, utilize substance abuse therapy by just talking to someone on the phone. Well, that's no longer going to be an option now. A lot of the HMOs through Medicaid are saying they're done with it. Like COVID, I don't know if they just think COVID's over. But another thing I heard too is that there was a bunch of fraud going on. Like, I guess there was some third party organizations that were billing Medicaid millions and millions of dollars in fraudulent telehealth, telephone, telemedicine services. And so I think they're also cracking down on that too.
Well, they
might be part of it.
They should go after those people and go punishing everybody else who was actually finding it useful.
Yeah, because I know a lot of there's going to be quite a few people that aren't going to have access to treatment because they're not going to be able to use the access services because they don't have transportation, they don't have Wi-Fi, and I had established good relationships with them over the phone. And it was working out, they could talk and they had, and they could talk from the comfort of their own home. And it's like, I have to tell, like, sorry, this is the new law. They're getting rid of it. Apparently it wasn't a law. It was just an emergency relief is expiring. There was an emergency relief for telehealth. But I still feel like, but commercial insurances, if you have, if you can, one of the lucky ones that can afford commercial insurance, they are still going to be able to, like most of the, based on which provider you have, they'll be able to still do telehealth. Just, Medicaid, the state, the money that we pay taxes for, they're the ones that are saying, nope, we're done with it.
Wow. See, then you need to be there, Jonah.
Yeah, you're right.
You do. So I know you got to run. I do too, but I will shoot you the info on the UFAM rally and I'll keep you informed. Like I said, we're going to go check it out tonight just to make sure, but I'm pretty sure this is going to be a great fit for us to actually film a little bit of something that we can pass along to some other people to go, hey, this is what we want to make. Why don't you help us make it? So
nice. Hey, I want to throw a real quick plug in before I go. My new book is going to be out this summer.
Oh shit!
It's called Bradley. It's it's loosely about addiction. It's kind of in the same universe as Detox Hotel. So I'm in the final editing stages of that. So, and also I just touched up my website. I tried to do my own website and it was sloppy. I actually went ahead and paid a professional way too much money, but they did a good job on. Like, I was like, how much are you charging me to do this website?
Good God.
Okay. All right. I'll bite the bullet. Do it. Just make it look nice. Cause what I didn't know what I was doing on there, but anyway, it's Jonah Frick author one, www.jonahfrickauthor1, the number 1.com. I got, hardcover. I got hardcover copies at Detox Hotel, which I didn't have hardcover copies on there that you can order straight from the website. You don't even got to go through Amazon. So if you ever want to just at least you can check out, subscribe to my website. The more people that subscribe, the more, I don't know if that affects the Google algorithm thing or what.
They tell you it does. That's what they tell us too. I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that. So it's Jonah, I'm going to go there right now. Jonah
Frick, author, and then number 1 and .com.
Author1.com. Why is the author1?
Because I had Jonah Frick author, and that was going to be my first website, and I let it expire, and then it said I could never use that domain again or something. Like I paid for a year. Yeah,
it was GoDaddy.
So
they lied to you. And this guy,
they lied to me.
Yeah, the Click Shark, who you paid a bunch of money to, they use the same website we use. So I could whatever you paid them, I could have done it for $8 less.
Oh God, yeah.
So,
thanks for letting me know that. Now I just
yeah, and I'll even get you JonahFrick.com.
Oh, really? Oh, well, you learn, you live, you learn. Are you familiar with? I'm using Wix. Wix is the format thing.
Yep, that's who we use. I don't like. Well, that'll lead us down a whole nother. We'll do a whole nother topic on Wix and websites.
Yeah, I'd like to come back and talk to you some more because I feel like we still got a lot more we can talk about, and I know we're short on time.
I like your cover though. Just real quick to Bradley.
Yes, thank you.
Like that.
Yeah,
looks sharp.
Yeah, that one's gonna be about a boy whose parents were in addiction, and then he's like kind of the product of addiction, and he's got like supernatural telekinetic powers, and the government try to put him in this reform school and try to control him, and then he's trying to find out about his past and who he really is, and it's and then I don't, without giving away too much, it's kind of where it starts.
Can't wait, man.
Yeah.
Thanks again for being on the podcast, bro. And again, Jonah Frick, his website's JonahFrickAuthor1.com for now. And he's going to be part
you're going to help me change it for $8. I'm going to give you $8. You're going to help me change it, right?
$8 less than what you paid them.
$8 $8 less than what?
Yeah. I'm part of Undercutters. We're a global society.
A deal. Yeah.
Undercutters.com. Whatever you paid for it, we'll do $8 less.
$8 less.
Mm-hmm. No, but thanks for
I like it.
Thanks for coming along, and I'll get you the info, and you'll be part of that comedy tour we put together, man. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
That will be fun. Yes, give me that information. Send it my way. I appreciate it.
Will do, man. You take care, and I'll talk to you later.
Yep. Later, Corey. Bye.
And as Jonah mentioned too, he does have a book out already. It's called Detox Hotel. It's good. It's definitely worth a read. If you're on Audible or whatever that is, you can get it through there, or you can, download the book digitally, or you can buy the book and check out Jonah's website. It does look pretty slick. JonahFrickAuthor1.com, and more on the UFAM rally on our website, 217recovery.com. Get the app as well. Appreciate your support. Talk to you on Tuesday.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Win a bunch of free shit from 217 Recovery. Go to the app or the website, 217recovery.com.